Welcome to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. In today's video we have something pretty damn awesome. We're having the official Pac-Man arcade cabinet from Numskull. Yes, a little shout out to Sade. I would pronounce your name correctly. He pulled some strings simply because there were none of these systems left for promotion. But at the end he sent me an email and made me very happy. So in this video we are going to make a review and just doing chit chat about the Pac-Man arcade cabinet. So yeah, Sade, this is really cool and I'm very happy you give me this option, but again, it doesn't influence my personal opinion. By the way, the box is empty, so that's the reason why I just let it fall out, because I don't throw with this box. So let's talk about the system and what are we going to get. Hey, so it's awesome that you're still here. So in this video I want to talk about this quarter scale arcade cabinet for Pac-Man. It's a replica, quarter scale, so it's tiny. It's very tiny and it comes in a very nice collectible box with a lot of extra goodies that we're going to talk about in this video. But nevertheless, it's a collector's edition and they are numbered. So in other words, there are a certain amount of these cabinets, and when they are sold out, but I understand they are just gone forever. Many different versions are coming out in the future, so I'm very curious how are they going to look and of course how are they going to play. So Pac-Man is a really iconic character and I think it's a really cool thing they are making these collectible cabinets. It's not to preserve the old arcade feeling, because this is more like collect them all arcade cabinets. But at the end, if you have them all, you can still play on them. And I think that is something that is pretty damn cool. Because this thing is around 35 centimeters in size of the height. And that is pretty big. And there are some little neat things of this device that I need to show you in this video. Before we're going to take a close look at the cabinet, it comes with some peripherals and extra goodies. Yes, first of all, it comes with a very nice high quality micro USB cable for charging, because it is an internal battery. Then we have the certificate of, yes, that it is a real product. Here we have the collectible coin, where we're going to take a closer look at it later, because I just want to give you a close-up view to give you a better idea. And here we have the instruction manual that comes in different languages. A basic explanation, how do you need to charge it, what are the buttons for, and how does the system work. So what I really appreciate that they're giving you this certificate, and the pretty cool about it is that it gives more like this extra feeling, because yes, I got one of the many. Here we have the coin itself, comes in a very nice collectible box. And okay, let's open it up and let's give you a close look at the coin. It weighs quite heavy and that is something that is very cool. I'll give you a little close up of the camera, and as you can see, a very nice Pac-Man 9080 Pac-Man coin. Ooh, very nice, very high detail. On the other side we're having the Numskull inspiration designed quarter arcades. Would love to know from you, what do you think of these extra collectible items? Do you appreciate them, or do you think more like, okay, it's fun to have them, but basically I don't care about it? But when it comes to collectible items, it needs to be a perfect product, to be honest. And I think for Numskull they did a very nice job. Alright, so first let's talk about the marquee, because this is one of these elements that need to be perfect. And even the lighter function works like a charm, as you can see over here. All the small details are here, even where you need to put in the coin with the original machine. They made the effort of putting the smallest details on it, like the 24 cents. And that is really cool. At the front you can see we're having two buttons, and this is for entering a coin for player 1 and player 2, going just like this. But this high quality collectible even has the smaller details, like for example what you can see over here. If it comes to the joystick, the player 1 and player 2 button, the instructions like the original cabinet are here, and it's so tiny. But as you can see, when zoomed in you can still read them. And all the little details, and even at the right we having the little scores, or better said, where do you get the points? And what is really cool, that this thing, this little tiny joystick, is a real mini arcade machine. That is so freaking awesome. Before we're going to talk about the screen, let's remove the little plastic that protects it for even, come on, get out, that protects the screen. When booting up, the first thing that you're going to get is the Numskull decal. So by what I understand, they are using the original arcade ROM file. So that is pretty cool, and it needs to bring this even closer to the real deal. Very hard to capture the display because not an IPS screen, but don't get me wrong, and just play a little bit so I can show you that when you're looking at a good view angle, the LCD looks very nice. But what you can see and what you can hear, the sound effects are all here. I must say I really need to get used to the joystick because this is playing the game on a totally different level. But again, the joystick is very responsive. I recommend just using 2 fingers. At first I was trying it with 1 finger, but that is almost freaking impossible. But let's talk about the decals and the art of the device, because this thing looks pretty authentic to the original arcade cabinet. I looked up some original pictures, and if you look at it, it is very nice. And with this cabinet, again, it's not a cheap cabinet, but what you're really going to get is premium quality, and also with the stickers. And it is something, for a collectible, it's a must-have, and they did an excellent job with this. At the back we're finding the on and off switch, a micro USB for charging, and the volume controls at the back. So that is something that you need to take in mind. So here it's very easy to adjust the volume. As you can see, I'm charging it and the LED goes on and off, or better said, it's blinking. Alright, so let's power it on back again. Because when you're powering on the system, you can see the little light up and the speaker over there. So there is where the sound comes from, and it sounds amazing, like the original cabinet. So that's pretty cool, just wanted to show you. And when it comes to details, even the little plate that is normally on the original arcade cabinet, or so far I know, it's on this, only it says Bandai Namco. Made of thick wood, but still, if you don't want to play the game, you can use it like the drum. I don't know how it's with you, but I really want to have a little peek inside, so that is something that we're going to do. Wow, the first thing that I'm noticing that these screws are very tight up. So man, oh man, oh man. This is going to take a little bit more time to unscrew these, but the back plate is holding in this cabinet with 2 very thick parkers. Whoa. Alright, be very gentle and don't want to damage the screws, of course, otherwise the paint will go off it. But again, I wanted to show you what did they do inside. Alright, so the back plate is already coming off. Alright, so what you can see, and there's something that's very cool. As you can see, we even have these little details over here. Oh man, this looks very nice. So let's do a little bit of an overview of what are we going to get inside, because I was so curious. And I must say, it looks very nice inside. Everything is tied up very nicely. Alright, so let's first, here we have the little speaker. It's a quite big magnet, and we have a PCB that contains the LEDs for the marquee. Alright, so let's take a close look at the PCB under the monitor. So I'm guessing this thing contains all of the information, including the ROM files, and it has an Allwinner V3. So the Allwinner V3 is an ARM Cortex A7 core that even runs up to 1 to 2 gigahertz. That's quite powerful for basically a Pac-Man game. Everything seems to be connected to this single PCB over here. So as you can see here, including the joystick and all of the buttons. And there's even a small, cool, tiny arcade joystick. Here we have the battery. So it's basically just a basic battery. If I'm correct saying it is an 18665. Do I say this correctly? And sorry, an 650. But nevertheless, I'm around 2500 milliamp, so it gives you a couple of hours of playtime. I wanted to show you this. If you're looking here at the right, you can see every cable I've put together with some tie wraps and even this little block of wood. So this is what we're going to get with the Pac-Man quarter scale arcade cabinet. I must say I really like what I'm seeing, and I'm very curious with the other versions now. So maybe in the future I will do some more reviews. For now, I want to thank you for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel. That will be awesome to have you here in the Wicked family. Hit the little bell, give this video a like, and this means I will see you in my next video.